I was just curious how far ahead you think of books. Like, how many books have you already sort of got the concept for, and are you excited about writing?
I think 8 seconds ahead.
8 seconds ahead. Okay.
No, the second one is done. I have some sketchy ideas for further future books, but nothing's more than one line in a Word document. So, but I kind of know where I like it to go. But I think for the third book, I'm just going to take input from my readers and let them kind of devise a story. I think it's easier, probably funnier.
At what point did you know that the first book would not be a series, and at what point did you know that the second book would become a longer series?
At what point did I know the first one was a standalone and the second one was the first in the series? I wrote the first one, Diamonds for the Dead. I called it a different title, of course, Hidden Facets. I wrote that with the full intention of that being a standalone. So that was from the get-go, it was a standalone. Now, that book was the 5th manuscript that I had written, and all 5 were standalones. I got the contract for this, and I wanted, a lot of the publishers and so on want to have series. If you see the majority, probably the majority of mysteries certainly are written in series. So I wanted to pitch a series. So I kind of knew The Last Laugh would be a series, and I designed it. I set up the characters so that they would be quirky and fun, characters you want to hang around with for the whole series. I picked the world of comedy because of that fine line I was talking about earlier, but also because, in my head anyway, no offense to any comedians here, there's a sort of a seamy underworld, not underworld, but got some characters who are comedians. And I figured it'd be a lot easier to come up with legitimate, reasonable excuses for Channing to get involved with things that maybe were not quite on the up and up. So I thought it'd be a little more interesting. And like I said, it gave me a chance to inject some humor into it. Somebody might.
Do you outline, or does your story unfold as you write?
Do I outline, or do I write by the seat of my pants?
That's enough.
I outline. I'm an engineer. I have to outline. It's in my blood. If I didn't outline, I would get so lost on tangents. I'd write myself down dark alleys. All kinds of strange things would happen. I'd have 20,000 words and nothing happened. I like to outline. Now, when I outline, though, it's not like, you're in 10th grade and you learn how to outline. It's A, and then 1A, and 2A, and 1BC. It's not like that. I just like to put my scenes in order, write down who the characters are, write down what the objective of the scenes are, any clues that I want to drop in, I put them there. And I change it. As I go along, 3 or 4 scenes down the line, things get changed, and I insert, What time of day do I write? 3:30 a.m. to 3:40 a.m. That's it. Very disciplined. No, I usually write in the morning. I get up and the kids, I'm a stay-at-home dad when I'm not writing. Usually it's my wife that claps. So usually I write in the morning when they go off to school. I'm good for maybe 2-3 hours, and then I sort of burn out. Now I write on a quota basis. So when I'm in a project, I stick to my quota. So depending on, when I wrote the first book, it was 2,000 words a day, because I had nothing else to do. Now I'm working on a project and it's 1,000 words a day because I have so much other stuff to do, promoting and checking my numbers on Amazon, stuff like important stuff. But I've been known, when I hit my quota, I do the word count, in Word. I get up in the middle of a sentence if I hit my quota.
The engineer.
The engineer. I got other stuff to do. I got floors to vacuum and stuff. What's that? That's when I vacuum. The rest of the house doesn't like it, but hey, the floors are really clean. Any other Somebody must have.
Let them eat cake.
How do we do time on this?
Let them eat cake.
Yes, we'll have cake.
Let them eat cake, I like
Well, I want
that.
to get people asking the questions.
Okay. Any, no
Who made
other
the
questions?
cake? That's a question.
Other questions. What's that?
Who made the cake?
Shoppers Food Warehouse. Did somebody say encore? All right, one more little bit. This bit is my old, this is my tried and true top 10 list. All right, so some of you have heard this before. I apologize. These are the 10 best things about being a writer. Number 10, people think you know stuff. Well, you can laugh. Into the mic. All right. Number 9, a business trip means going to the bookstore. Number 8, fame and fortune. Not. Number 7, you can blame any screw-ups on your agent. Number 6, you get to blog and Facebook and Twitter. Better off with the new material, aren't we? All right, here's a good one. Number 5, showering is optional. Number 4, you can kill people who annoy you with abandon. That's mystery writing. Or romance writers. Number 3, watching Comedy Central counts as research. I never use that. Right. Number 2, those voices in your head are supposed to be there. All right. And the number 1 best thing about being a writer. Casual Friday becomes Underwear Friday. All right, I have a few people I like to thank, if I may, because this is my launch. I would like to thank everyone here at Barnes & Noble, especially Jenna. Who is a tremendous, staunch ally of us writers, a booster of us mystery writers. She is tremendous, tremendous. I would like to thank my critique partners, some of whom are in fact here today supporting me. I appreciate that very much. I'd like to thank all of you for coming on a rainy day. I'd like to thank my friends and family for supporting me. My 2 kids, Mark and Stuart. Stuart is the shy one. And of course, I'd like to thank my personal patron of the arts, my lovely wife, Jerry.